I'm running circles in light years. Touch more cash than a cashier. Got financial blessings as a cashier. Say no time for distractions. No pump faking, just action. My bank sending them emails that they approving every transaction. See, worried about the little cash while I'm dodging every infraction. Yeah. I thought niggas was been dead cause they sleeping on me. Watch out the boss lay hand out when you say no, they start reaching homie. We all sinners, so I never judge a bum nigga when he start preaching homie. But it's not there cause if you get involved with the bum, then he start leeching on me. About time, it's about time. Feeling like I can stop time. Red dots go 4 ways, looking like it's a stop sign. Been on top of that mountain, all you weak niggas can't rock climb. Been fanning my haters up, hang it up like a drunk line. I don't know why these niggas act like I ain't started a new wave, but I know that these niggas got their juice straight from my Kool-Aid. Go ahead, go get down, go ahead and move to the rhythm. Go ahead, shake your body, go ahead, get down, go ahead and move. Go ahead, shake your body, go ahead, get down. Go ahead, go get down. What beef, I'm getting thicker off the pork, poor shawty, what shit? You ain't the music that you listen to. Better snap back and picture shots like a visual. Yeah, I make them turn up like a volume knob.
Yo, what it is, good people? We is back. Another day on Keep It G News. And then we're in Miami, Florida, man, to talk about conflict resolution. No, conflict resolution is a skill that we should have learned when we was a little younger, man. But it's a problem in our community, you know, because a lot of times we deal with pride. And we got to get better with that. Because being black in America, we understand that one bad decision can cost you your life. It don't matter what you did, whatever age. You know, the first 25 years of your life, you make a bad decision on year 26, it can cost you. And that's what we deal with in this situation by a female rapper by the name of KEYVAHNI. And in this video, I need y'all help to decide, was this justified or was it self-defense? You know? So what we're going to do here is we're going to watch the news clipping first. Then we're going to hear from the judge, you know, see how the judge viewed things. And I want y'all to pay attention to the key differences in how this story was explained and how it actually
We're
happened.
learning more about what led up to a deadly shooting near Wynwood Walls early Monday morning.
NBC6's Amanda Placencia joins us live with the latest. Amanda.
Yes, Shawan, and it turns out that this shooting, which happened here in Wynwood, was reportedly a fight between a local rapper and her manager. And now the question for investigators is whether this was self-defense or second-degree murder.
Based on her statement that the victim in this case, is her manager, and she says that she's a singer. But we don't know what led to this argument.
Police say they got a shot spotter alert around 1:30 Monday morning on Northwest 2nd Avenue near Wynwood Walls. Based on witness statements and surveillance video, which has not been released by police, Hicks and the driver of a white Lexus got out of the car and were visibly upset and began arguing. First, the driver hit Hicks, throwing her to the ground, and then the alleged victim, her manager, also gets out of the car and beats her.
First, the driver is beating her on the ground, and then the alleged victim also gets out of the car and he begins to beat Miss Hicks. And the record reflects she's 5 foot, judge, about 120 pounds. She's a very small woman. I don't know what the size of the driver and the alleged victim are, but it's obvious from the arrest form that 2 men are beating her. When Miss Hicks meets with the officer, she indicates that the alleged victim told her that I'll kill you in one hit, which would obviously make anyone afraid for their life when they've just been beaten. She's even hit by the car and injured and had to be taken to the hospital herself. So it's clear that Miss Hicks was afraid for her life when she's being basically beaten by 2 men, and at one point even struck with the vehicle. I would ask Your Honor to release her and not to find probable cause for second-degree murder. It looks like a clear case of self-defense. Ms. Hicks has no prior record. She's a college student.
Let me hear from the state. Good morning, Your Honor. I refer the court to page 4 of the arrest affidavit, the first full paragraph there, where it indicates that the detective, upon review of better video footage of the incident, states that the defendant yes, there was an altercation with the victim and another unidentified person, but at some point the defendant is able to walk away from the incident. And at that point, she walks away from the incident, and then when the victim has his back towards the defendant is when she fires in his direction. And it's the state's position that at that point, that is in fact an act that is imminently dangerous, obviously, and she has no regard for human life, and at that point, that is when it becomes a murder.
I believe she does have a very good self-defense claim, but a defense is that claim is a defense to the charge. Doesn't negate the finding that there is probable cause for second-degree murder. The victim was walking away and she shot him after he was beating on her. So there is probable cause for second-degree murder. She's going to have to go and have an Arthur hearing before the division judge, who I believe is Judge Lled.
Judge, would you consider any form of release at this point?
I cannot without.
Would you consider house arrest, Judge?
I cannot unless the state agrees. I believe there's probable cause for second-degree murder. It's no.
So Kevahni was arrested for shooting and killing her manager. Now, this altercation is on video. I'm gonna show y'all the video. You know, I gotta edit it for YouTube purposes, but I'm gonna show y'all the video. And like I said, I want y'all to pay attention to how it was explained in court by both the prosecution and the defense, and what actually happened. You know, the truth is normally somewhere in the middle. I'm having a hard time figuring out, was this a valid self-defense claim, because they saying it was a fight. You know, two males fighting a woman. But to me, it don't really look like a fight. And also, the video I'm going to show y'all is edited. So, though you heard in the last clip that the male swung first, you're really not going to see that in this clip. I don't know if that's strategic or what. But I'm not going to really give my take on this because I need help. I'm still confused as to, would this constitute as self-defense, or is this flat out second?
Video obtained by NBC6 shows the moment a rapper allegedly shoots and kills her manager in front of the Wynwood Walls back on October. Footage shows rapper known as Keyvahni, whose real name is Kevahni Hicks, get out of the white Lexus parked on Northwest 2nd Avenue. The driver gets out of the car and he and the woman are seen arguing. The dispute gets physical and they start hitting each other. A second man gets out of the Lexus and also starts to attack Hicks. Then both men are seen on top of Hicks in the struggle. Video shows one man slamming Hicks to the ground. Moments later, all three get up and Hicks is seen walking in the opposite direction. Hicks then reaches into her purse, walks back towards the two men, and starts shooting as the men run. Her manager is hit and collapses on the street, slamming the car into Hicks. The Lexus reverses before driving off. Hicks gets up and runs away. The victim died at the hospital. Hicks claims it was all self-defense and that her life was in danger. In November, a judge granted her house arrest with a $50,000
So I'm going to get
bond.
both angles on this. You know, on one end, you got two males fighting a woman. However it may go, it don't really look too physical to me, even though you see she's getting pushed onto the ground. You know, I don't know if he was defending himself or he was just trying to hold her down or what, but even still, as a woman in that situation, in the middle of the night, I don't know what time it was, but at nighttime, you got two grown men basically assaulting you. I can understand how that can provoke some type of fear. Now, you see, after everything was calmed down, it got broken up. The guys walked away. Now, per Keyvahni words, she said the guy said, I can hit you with one punch and kill you. That's what provoked her to pull a gun out and shoot. Now, he was shot in the back, and he was running. Then after you see he running, after he gets shot, you see the car swerve around. The guy, I think they came together, and it's crazy that he left his homeboy or whatever relationship that they had. You know, they had some type of relationship to be in the car together. So the guy leaves, the other guy that was a part of the shooting, like, we don't know none of these people's names. They're not releasing none of that. I don't even think they found the guy that drove the Lexus yet. Obviously, I don't know if Keyvahni don't know him or she ain't telling, but either way, he hasn't been found. All we know is the manager was murdered. So when the guy in the Lexus whipped around, it looked to me it was the same time, almost simultaneously, Keyvahni turned around and run from the shooting, gets hit by the car. Now, the court is painting it out to be she was assaulted and hit by a car. But it looked like to me that that car hit was on accident. Now, do that matter in the greater scheme of things? I don't know. That's why I say I need y'all help in deciding, was this second degree murder, or was it self-defense? Should she fall under the stand your ground law? Now, I don't want to get into the protect black women aspect and we ain't doing that on this channel, you know, because I strongly believe that black men do protect black women. You know, I'm gonna protect black women around me, you feel me? And I'm not ready to sit around and watch a black woman be abused either, so we ain't having that conversation. We're gonna throw that argument out the window. I just want to deal with the facts of the case, regardless to what race they are. The facts of the case. Was this self-defense, or do this constitute second-degree murder? Let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. Like I say, this is a sad situation that landed a woman that never been in trouble. Looked like she was chasing her dreams as a rapper. She got 21,000 followers on Instagram. You know, it didn't really translate into the YouTube and her views, but she had her own thing going on. You know, she had her own label. She was the CEO of her label. Now, the manager, he lost his life in this situation. Like I say, it's just tragic for all parties involved. Like, this is a girl that never been in trouble, and she was forced, regardless of how we look at it, she was forced to defend herself. You know, it should never really be two grown men, even if they were just restraining her. It should have took one man to do that, you know? And then, I mean, it's a lot going on. But I want to know how y'all feel about it in the comments. This is another day on Keep It G News. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, support the real.
Nigga can't do what I do, y'all niggas can't copy me. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep the shit G. Let's keep shit G. Let's keep shit G.